I've been gone for a minute. Now the queen of Facebook and Instagram Live is back, y'all. As always, my lives are full of throwback stories, Rema facts, and conversations with my followers. Random topics range from building an empire to failed relationships, online dating, and much, much more. This show is an archive of these lives from Facebook and Instagram. Welcome to the world of Radio Rema. What's good, y'all? Welcome. What's up, Facebook? What's up? So I was supposed to head to the Facebook Live today. I absolutely did not feel like getting dressed to do it. I just put some gloss on my lips so my lips be popping, so my lips are popping, I got a couple of things I want to talk about, and nothing at all at the same time. This is so weird. Like, I was trying to find, things to talk about with y'all. But, people want to give me like serious conversation stuff. I was like, yo, just tell me what you think I should talk about. They was like, yo, you should talk about the COVID-19 and how we got 5G towers and how it's a conspiracy and all this other stuff. And I was like, damn, isn't everybody already talking about that? I want to talk about something else, like the fact that, I don't know, just other shit. So I want to tell y'all some stories. So if you're interested in hearing a story, right, just put a smile or a high five or something. I asked y'all to ask me what was the first time I ever did certain things. So I'm going to tell y'all about some first tonight. And because it's late night, I'm going to keep it just as adult as it should. If you with it, let's go. The first story I'm going to tell you about is the first time I ever tried cocaine. Drug stories are always the best because, and I don't have a problem telling you who I am, what I've done, things of that nature, because that's not who I am now. Oh, that's like really bright. That's not who I am now. That's like, that's heavy. Let's see. Is there a way to like lower this, dim this light or some shit? Like this shit is hella high. I don't know. Maybe I should just, I don't know. It's crazy. It just like messed me up. Look at this. You see how light this is? Like, oh God. Like, I don't know. Oh shit. No, we're not doing that. Hold on. Wait a minute. Turn this shit the fuck off. This shit is too much. This is some real shit right now. This is a bit much. Let me just leave the high resolution on. Okay, cool. So I want to tell y'all about some first, right? So for a lot of people, you know that I am sober. I always talk about my sobriety and be like, I'm sober, whatever the case may be. It's really important for me to stress how I'm sober because I could tell, I don't want to drink, right? And people be thinking that you're stuck up and shit. Like, you can't just tell somebody, no, you can't have a drink. Like, not at all. Like, you can't be like, oh, they be like, you want to drink something? Like, no, thank you. They be like, you want to smoke a little weed? Be like, no, thank you. They be like, you a cop, bitch. Bitch, you a cop. Like, no, I'm not. I just, I don't want to do it. So I'd rather say I'm sober than say I don't want to do it. Now I'm explaining, right? It's like right now, right? Like a campfire telling the story that, So, so many moons ago, I used to take a lot of drugs. I used to do a lot of drugs. Oh, I love the drugs. Oh my God. So, and it's, and it's so funny because I'm a big promoter on vices and not to do vices and et cetera, but I want to take y'all back. So for those that don't know who I used to be, right, I have a really good story for you. So 7 of y'all in here, just say hi. Let me see you in the building before I start talking about this first story. Now, the first story is definitely about coke. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about coke. The first time at band camp type shit, hell yeah, right? I'm talking about coke. Cocaine. I will never, ever, and not that I plan on doing any drugs at all because I'm sober, but cocaine had me look at Sharema in a whole different fucking light. It had me question who I am as a human being, as a person. I had to question everything in the moment. Like, I've seen myself do some stuff. I've seen myself take a flight across the nation, get all the way to LA, and get all the way to Vegas too. No round trip, just go, right? I've seen myself drop a cookie on the floor and eat the shit. I've done some shit in my day, right? You know what I'm saying? I found a blunt in the street, smoked it, everything. Like, I've done some shit. But coke was the drug I said, I'm going to try this. And I ain't never going to do it again after I did. I'm going to tell y'all, if y'all ready, right? How many people in here want to hear the coke story? It's telling y'all, like, can I get a high? Can I get something? I know you can hear me. You're watching. let me get some kind of participation, because as I told the story, I want to see if you're interested in the story. Like, it's really deep. It happens. It happens. Y'all ready? You ready? All right. So in my old previous life, I used to have Johns, right? I had Johns. And this one particular, right? He says, hey, do you want to party? And I was like, party? I don't want to party, right? Like, I don't want to do nothing else. I just, and at the time, my drug of choice was Molly and ecstasy, right? Loved it. So at the time, I was like, nah, but I'll take some Molly ecstasy. If you got it, then bring it with you, right? He was like, all right, I'll see what I can do. So he came over and went to a hotel room, and he pulls out this bag of cocaine, right? Put it on the table, shit. And I was like, oh no, that's the wrong drug, dude. Like, I don't know. I don't want to do that. I like Molly and shit. Like, what? He said, no, but you got to understand. Like, I just went out and I bought all this coke for us. I'm like, why would you buy that? I don't do coke. I don't know what you're talking about. So I just was like, it was one of those kind of moments, where you just had to make a decision. Like, you had to make a decision in the moment, right? Now, if I wouldn't have took it, I still wouldn't have been looked at as a cop or nothing. I just, but it was a decision I had to make. And I was like, do I want to get high? Or do I want to be like, the party people and shit? Do I want to deal with you guys? Like, I don't like being sober now and being around high people. So imagine being a person that used to take drugs and being around somebody that's taking drugs and you ain't taking drugs. The shit was bad. I was like, fuck it. Let's try it. I snorted 2 lines and the high hit so fast. And I was like, oh, this shit is beautiful. So that's not the part, right? So the part is, because again, me living dangerously, I have a lot of stories. So we start doing it, right? And I'm like, yeah, this is good or whatever. Y'all still with me? If you still with me, put something in the air. I got to know you still with me, because I'm going to tell you the rest of the story. So we started doing this shit. Some of y'all already know the story. So we doing this shit. And then I went down to give him a blowjob. And now I'm down there, I'm sucking him off and shit. All kind of stuff, right? And it's getting good. And I'm having a good time down there, right? And I'm not paying attention that I'm high. And I think I was drinking. So I ended up throwing up all over his penis. Just bleh, 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 right? And I kept going. I just kept going. And it was the nastiest thing ever. It was the nastiest thing. Just blah, blah. But it got worse. It got worse. The story got worse. Got worse. Okay, let me tell you. So, Philly in the building. So, as I'm down there and I'm knobbing him off and I'm throwing up all over the place, he picks my face up, right? Like, it just picked the whole face, like, not my body, like, my face just went up. And he was like, you okay? Are you okay? And I said, yeah, I'm fine. Right? Still throwing up. And he kissed me. And he kissed me in the midst of me throwing up. And then I kept going. I just kept going. And I never knew I had that much bodily fluids around. And then we snorted like 2 more lines. And then I just kept doing it. And I was sucking and throwing up and fucking and throwing up. And after 3 hours, yeah, he was white. He wasn't white. He was Albanian or some shit. It was great. After 3 hours and it was all said and done, and the coke was gone. I looked around the room and I took a visual note to myself that I'm not allowed to ever do coke again. Right? I'm not allowed to ever do coke again, because if I do coke again, this will happen. I will throw up around the room. I've never threw up around the room taking Molly and ecstasy and shit. I never had that happen. I never, was sucking dick until I threw up. I never had that happen. That never happened any other time besides this one time. This is the one time I've ever did coke. Never did it before. And it just did what it do. It did what it do. And I did not look at me very well. I said, I got to get my life together. Because in the midst of that, you got to think, was this money worth it? Was this $600 worth this lifetime of seeing yourself? This lifetime of seeing and visualizing this stuff? Y'all still with me? You still with me? You didn't leave me. You love me. There's more. There's more. There's more firsts. I want some more firsts. After that, like I said, I've never did coke again. I just was like, I'm not going to do coke no more. Shaking my head, you got to conduct yourself better, not the coke part, but throwing up everywhere. No, that shit was fun. In hindsight of looking at it now, right? That shit was the best I've ever had. That's why I had to stop. I'm going to explain. You should not be doing drugs to a point where you throw up all over the place during sexual intercourse acts. You should not. And if you ever get to a point where you're throwing up everywhere, you should quit that drug. You should quit it. If it's a drug, you should quit it. If it's liquor, you should quit it. No, just quit it. I have a liquor story for y'all. I don't think men, and this is a side note, men should not do Molly or ecstasy or any of that stuff because it makes your dick soft. And if you did not know that, you're going to be hella tight, because you get this, when you on Molly and ecstasy and shit, you get this thing with your jaw. You want to move your jaw a lot, right? It's weird. It's like just. So I used to chew gum to curb it, right? But as a man, what I noticed, and it doesn't matter who took it, every person that took Molly around me, every person that did ecstasy around me, the dick didn't work. It just stopped working. So they just be down there with a gummy wormy dick. It just gummy worm. It don't move. And you be sitting there, you be upset. And it be like, I should have just been a lesbian. That's just how it feels at the end of it, right? They call it tingle numbness. It just, I should just be a lesbian. So that was that. But there was a time where I got really, really, really drunk. It was a Thanksgiving. Y'all ready for more story? Who's here? Who's in the building? Who left? Who's not left? Who's here? Say hi so I can start this Thanksgiving drunk story. Because this was a first for me as well. It was a first time some shit ever happened. That kind of thing. How y'all doing? Who is here? I got my sister Lillian in the building. Hi, my lovely. How are you? Corey, you never late. You right on time, baby. You right on time. What's good, Junior? 21. I see you. So let's talk about this Thanksgiving story, right? When I got really drunk. So this year, I celebrated that particular year, Thanksgiving. I celebrated really heavy. I had like $800 in my pocket. I had went and bought all my food. I had bottles upon bottles upon bottles. I had all my friends and family. Everybody was here. And then Hoover, you actually was around for that Thanksgiving. That's Thanksgiving that you left with my baby father, and he went to the bitch house, and he couldn't get out the house in time, and he kept pissing me off because he wanted to leave and shit. So I took my bottle. I had a bottle of E&J and a bottle of Cassid Cream. That's what I had. It was some big gallon shit too. Like, I was getting fucked up. But I was having like family, shit. Like it was all of us, I was making sure everybody got drunk and stuff. And I was buying bottles. And then I took that bottle, I left, and I went uptown and I had knickerbockers on. I would never forget. My shorts was right under my kneecap. And I went uptown to my best friend's house, and she had this big mug. So I just started pouring the drink, and I'm drinking, and I'm talking shit, and I'm talking shit, and I'm drinking, and I'm not paying attention. And I kind of drank the whole bottle. It was a good night for y'all. Probably you. Not so much him, because he got kicked out the next day. But whatever. So I comes, after drinking this bottle and shit, before I left my house, I gave my mother car fare. I gave my aunt car fare. I gave them I think I gave like $50, $60 away to make sure everybody got home, right? I'm good. I liked it. Man. So I'm doing all of this, right? And I'm like, yo. So I get over there, I get drunk, I go to leave. I remember leaving my friend's house and seeing my mom in a cab. And she came in the cab over to, because my friend and my mom live in the same building. She came in the cab over to her building, so I hug my mother. I hug her. As I hug my mom, me and my mom falls to the floor. Now, y'all probably didn't see pictures of my mama, but my mama as big as me. So me and my mama both hitting the floor in the snow at the same time. The shit was crazy. So somebody helped us. I don't remember who it was, but I was thankful, and I was just kissing my mama, and I was like, I love you so much. Shit, right? So my best friend told us, said, call me home. So I get home that night, right? Now, I don't remember what happened. What I do remember is waking up in my bra that all I had on was a bra, and when I woke up, and it smelled like vomit. It stank. This more vomit shit. There's some vomit stories. I got vomit stories, I guess. That's the kind of life I have. So she goes, right? And I wake up and I'm like, why I smell like that? What's going on? And my cousin, shout out to cousin Kima, she comes over and she shows me a video camera of the happenings of the night before. Supposedly, I got home and I fell face flat on the floor in the pile of clothes. And as I'm laying on my stomach, I start throwing up while I'm laying down. And it's just all cast and cream. Look at this shit. This is nasty. But the story gets better, right? So this is why I'm sober now. This is why I'm sober. That's just what it is. So my best friend takes the mop and she's mopping. Matter of fact, before she even got the mop, on the video footage, I still got this video too. It's crazy. On the video footage, you hear me yelling to my best friend, kick his ass, because my brother's in the bathroom. So my best friend's knocking on the door. Tim, give me the mop. Give me the mop. Give me the mop. He like, what? I said, just kick his ass. So in the midst of all of this shit, I'm talking hellish shit to my best friend. Like, yo, kick his ass. I asked my cousin, like, you recording this? I'm asking her, like, yo, you recording this? I wasn't just saucy, though. That was the thing. I literally drank the whole big-ass gallon by myself. 2 gallons. I probably had liquor poisoning or some shit by the time I was done. So she knocks on the door. She's like, yo, get me. So I'm like, kick his ass. And as I'm laying on the floor, I'm kicking my legs up and talking shit about kicking my brother's ass. And the mop, when she got the mop, she started mopping me and the vibe. Like, it was just too much. I looked at the video. I said, yo, my nigga, you recorded this, son? She said, yeah, I told you I got you. So that was like the first time. My mother was fine. She thought it was funny as fuck, right? She was fucking funny and shit. Shit wasn't funny. It was life. Life was happening. But life tend to happen to me really weird. I have more stories. Who wants another story? I'm going to try to see if I can find another verse for y'all. Let me see. What's something funny that was a first? Because I've had a lot of stuff happen to me, man. Just random weird shit. It was just, oh my goodness. It was just crazy. You don't want no more? I have a lot of firsts. I have a lot of lasts, too. Let me see. I'm trying to think. Maybe y'all can ask me a question. If you could figure out some questions to ask, that'd be any question you want, Ish. I got you. Any question. Because I can't think of any other stories. I really wanted to tell the Coke story because the Coke story is a dope-ass story. I mean, I have other stories and stuff, but it might make me angry. I don't want to be angry. But I have a lot of stuff. I'm down for a last story. I'm thinking about a last story. What about the time? One second. What about the time we went? Tell more stories. I know. I have to think of a story. You got to give me something. Like, when's the first time this happened? Or when's the last time that happened? Or something. Like, I don't know what to start with. What do you think dating looks like? Of course, G would ask something simple, right? I think dating looks like as of before Corona. Hey, would you like to go out? Sure. I got you. I got you, Ish. Would you like to go out? Sure, I would like to go out. And then you go out on a date. If you just fucking, that ain't dating. And if you seeing someone, that'll be a conversation. Like, but I don't know. There's like different. Like, dating is different. Like, you got so many different levels to dating. Like, I'm dating you exclusively. That means I'm not seeing anyone else. I'm seeing you a little bit more. You're dating, you call you dating, but they're just a fuck buddy, just somebody you call when you need a nut. Dating is all kind of different things. I think just spending time is dating. Spend time with somebody is dating now. But I'm gonna ask. I don't know. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what the dating part. What is dating? I don't know. Got me all stumped over here. Mr. Ish asked me what made you a madam. So, I guess we could talk about that too. Does it have to be exclusive? I think no. What about the time you and Tima jumped on Mel Case at the same time, and I was just sitting there like, oh, okay. But that's something you would have a story to talk about. I don't even remember that. Only thing I remember about anything with this man is times where it was very miserable. So I don't really talk about him too much. As you can see, I didn't even think about a story with the nigga because it was all anger. And I don't want to promote anger. That makes sense. So does dating have to be exclusive? No, unless y'all have a conversation. If you have a conversation with somebody and tell them, hey, let's date exclusively, then that's when it's exclusive. But if you don't have the conversation, then it's not. Don't be sorry. You didn't know no better. This is your story, not mine. You remember that. I don't. That's how important it is to me. But I get it. You asked them the question. I said, ask the question. But you knew more about that than I did because I just forgot about it. It's only certain things that stick out. Certain things. So it said, what made you a madam? So would y'all like to hear about that? How I became a madam. So to define a madam is like a female pimp, right? Type shit. She take care of all the women and everything like that. Doesn't exclusivity mean courting? No, it does not. You could court how many people you want. Today's day. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you still in the industry. Mr. Hoover, have you not noticed who I am today? And why he would ask that of what made me then? See, I could talk about my past. I ain't got a problem with it. That's the thing, right? Like, I have a really dope ass past, but I have like this awesome ass present that I can just talk about the past, right? Like, that shit is so hype. Like, because people think I'm a comedian. Mr. Hutch. What's the difference between dating and courting? I don't know. I think courting somebody is like trying to get their attention. You know what I'm saying? And you're doing things a lot to just that one person. And then dating someone is actually going out with that person, and that's it. So, yeah, I think that's the difference between the two. Is that a big deal? Ain't you married? You just want to hear my take on it? I think I know where you're going with this. So I'm going to go here. When somebody asks someone, right, out on a date, if it's a female, the female should pay. That's my thought. If it's a male, the male should pay. That's my thought. If the male pays, then he should also ask her if she's able to go out because she might have other responsibilities like childcare expense. And if he asks her to go out, then he should pay childcare expense. Now, y'all going to argue with me for this one, but I get it and I've gotten it before. So that's my thought. When it comes to courting someone, you are courting them as an individual. You're not dating multiple women. You're dating that person exclusively, right? You're dating that person and you're just with that one person because you're really trying to make something out of it. Like you're looking to be in a long-lasting, long relationship with them. So you're courting that person. But when you're dating, you're just dating and trying to find out which one makes your dick hard more, faster. Who you like to be with more, faster. Like, she's cool, but she crack jokes over there. That one cracks jokes, but she got a fatty. She ain't really got no booty. She stay at her mama's house. She got her own. She got 5 kids. She got 1 kid. She got no kids, but she has no sense of humor, and I don't like her too much. And you're trying to figure out who the fuck you want to be with, so you date like that, right? But courting is when you finally narrowed it in on one person and you're like, I want to give her everything. I love her so much. She's going to be my baby mother and my wife. And she's going to be my mom and shit like that. Like, that's just what it is, right? Like, you know, I'm going to be everything. What her name sounds like with my last name. What's her ring size? You know, it's funny. I had a whole relationship at the beginning of this year, and I met his mama, his kid, his brother. I even went and got my ring fitted. Jeez whiz. And we still not together. It's over. So anyway, so let's go back to the madam thing, right? I hope I answered the question. I answer any question. I said that right. I'll take the time out to answer any question. So, or when you find somebody you think is wifey, right, Corey? Right? So, madam. So, defining why I was called a madam is different. I got into the adult industry